Previously on DOTMAG the podcast.
Alright, man. Hopefully we filtered out the doers from the do-nothings. So if you're still here, then you know exactly who the hell you are. And if you knew who the hell you were before now, then that's even better. So before we kick this off, I have one last thing to mention as a reminder. So let me get this out the way right now. I'm not in the business of telling anyone what they should do. I'm in the business of providing information to people so that you can make the best decision for how you best learn. So that you can make the best decision for what's ultimately best for your own interests and life circumstances. So along the lifetime of this show, I plan on going through multiple first step options and various potential paths along the way. So don't feel as though this is the only way. It's not. There are multiple paths, but everybody ain't built for the same path, man. Now, I wrestled with myself briefly about what I would initially discuss, but in the end, I decided to go with something that's pretty ubiquitous in the field as a suggested study track for entry-level training, and that's the CompTIA A+ certification. The A+ is basically a jack-of-all-trades certification, man. It's divided into two separate tests, and you are required to pass both tests in order for you to be considered an A+ certified professional. But with that being said, I do have a slight twist on this that I want to mention at the end of this segment, so just bear with me if you will, please. Both tests are named the A+ 220-1001 and the A+ 220-1002 respectfully. So check it, man. If you're a complete novice to the tech game, then you're going to learn a little bit about every damn thing doing this. So what you're going to get is an introduction to various technical facets and disciplines, and you will be ultimately tested on your understanding of those various technical facets and disciplines. It shows potential employers that are looking for entry-level IT practitioners that you have an understanding of the fundamental basics of this stuff, yeah. I first took the A+ certification back in like 2006, and in addition, I recently had to take it again for a school credit back in 2019. And to be honest, if I didn't just recently take the test, I'm not totally sure if I would even be suggesting it to you right now, yeah. I was pleasantly surprised and impressed with the surface area covered by last year's 901 and 902 exams, and I felt that any novice coming right into this world would benefit from that material. CompTIA is vendor neutral, meaning that they don't specialize in a specific vendor's technology, such as Microsoft or Amazon Web Services. They take a wide but a not so deep approach to their presentation of information. But as a novice, I can't say that this isn't an efficient path to take for a broad base level understanding of multiple technologies at once. But as previously stated, this is all based on your personal circumstances and motivation. Now, earlier I stated that I would throw a little twist at the end when it came to being a certified A+ professional. So with that being said, I want for you all to stop for a second and understand that not once did I say to actually take the A+ certification. Now let me break this down a little bit more to you. Now this bit of information is strictly dependent on your personal situation. But if your money is tight and you ain't got it like that, dog, then study the A+ material, but don't take the damn test. The A+ certification, as stated previously, is 2 tests, man. And both of those tests are going to run you over $1.50 a piece. So to be considered an A+ certified professional, that shit is going to run you over $300. The more specific of a focus that you have in IT, the more money that you tend to make. But you won't know what you like until you get exposure to a wide variety of technical facets. So if you must, study the A+ material for a base knowledge of technical disciplines, and then immediately pivot to a vendor-specific certification. Hell, you may can even breeze through it a little bit faster without the added stress of feeling as though that you have to memorize a lot of granular material for a test. And shit to add, the majority of that stuff that you will study for the A+, you will never see in the field because of the siloed nature of corporate IT. And to be clear, I said corporate IT, and we'll get to that topic sometime in the future as well. But before we move on, I would also like to add that with the shift of the industry in general, with many vendor-specific entities such as Cisco and Microsoft recently making drastic changes to their certification tracks to focus more so on cloud computing technologies and automation, I personally would not be surprised if CompTIA began to focus towards one or two of their other certifications as a standalone first step into the game. You see, we aren't moving to the cloud. We're already there. We're not moving into automation. It's already happening. I ain't gonna lie to you. These positions pay considerably more than an entry-level help desk technician does. But I would assume that it would be beneficial to know how RAM works before you go about spinning up a VM and not understanding why the performance of your personal computer is going to shit. So let's close this one out, yo. In the next segment, I hope to discuss some free, some cheap, and some not so cheap options of how to get the necessary skills to break into the game, yo. Holla at it, man.